Hey there, and welcome back to Cursed Seeds, an educational monster train series where we struggle through the toughest challenges around. So, this is an interesting one. I mean, it's a classic bad combo, right? The bad combo from the pre-DLC days. It kind of stretches into the current days a little bit as well. And the main challenge with it in the past was that melting was not good pre-DLC. And then with the DLC, you received a lot of updates that made it a lot better. Things like bounty stalker showing up and banners as opposed to rare card drafts, and the existence of hallowed halls and the existence of infusions and a lot of things like that. Umbra is pretty universally bad, I think. In the DLC, I don't think there's really any way around it. There are certainly lines that win, things like Alloyed Construct and things like that, but they're hard to come by and require you to answer a lot of questions along the way that can be tricky to solve. I'll be honest, I was told essentially nothing about this run. The only thing the submitter said to me, which came in on my Discord server, by the way, was that they wanted someone else to blast this run to make them feel better. And I don't know if I'm going to pull it off. It seems like the person who played this run already achieved that. 65k is an extremely compelling victory. That is high shards, no damage taken, complete crush. Just wow, okay. That's pretty whack, honestly. If I'm being honest with you, that's a really good score. And being able to pull that off means there is some line here that is just nuts, for sure. I don't know what it is, but yeah. I know nothing else about this. So maybe it's just the clan combo that causes the problem. Otherwise, I mean, this person lost pretty early. This looks ring 4, ring 5. Maybe a bad trial, hard to say. But this could also be an Arcus loss. If you lost and didn't do much damage, damage relentless, so you get low score. That's possible. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just kind of estimating at this point, so fair enough. Anyway, if you're just joining us for the first time, let me explain what's going on. First, hello, but the idea is I am playing viewer submitted runs. So if you're playing Covenant 25 Monster Train with no mutators and you either struggle with a run, finding a curse for some reason, this doesn't have to be the worst run you've ever seen. It could just be a run that you can't solve and you're not sure how to address it. I love educational runs more than I love the absolutely doomed runs. And I distinguish between doomed and cursed because cursed can be cursed for a person, and then someone else who has more experience might find the line and make it look a lot stronger. So this might seem cursed to the person who submitted it, and it might seem blessed to the person who high rolls out of their mind. Maybe they made one small decision different, and they find something that results in the run going off the rails. This could be the difference of I choose a different banner unit and I see a bounty stalker with a perfect lineup, right? It's just impossible to say. So we'll see. But either way, you can submit it my way, whether it's cursed or blessed, and you can go to your run summary, create a 3-word combo like you see here at the top by generating a challenge link, then sending it my way. The easiest way to get it to me, I mentioned it already, is my Discord server. It's in the top of my About Me page on my YouTube channel. There is a channel for it. The nice thing about it is you will get immediate feedback. Other people play these runs pretty consistently, so you will find some people who will play it probably right away and be able to talk to them about it if you're interested. The alternative is, of course, you wait for me to record it, which is a long and arduous process, and eventually you will get some feedback from me, but it takes a little bit of time, right? So, alternatively, you can, of course, submit them in YouTube comments. You can email them to me. You can submit them on Reddit. I've gotten them all over the place. Just get it to me somehow, and I will find it and add it to the list. So, let's see. We're currently on a 61 win streak, I believe it is, on this particular series, which is exceptional. We had a triple large stone plus 25 Hef's consolation eel gorgon run with an immortality potion, spike sentient, clearing out all sorts of nonsense down below. Pretty cool run. We eventually did find founding seals, so it popped off pretty hard. There was also a shard channeler in there to make the sentient even more powerful, clearing a lot of waves. And in the end, we had like some holdovers that we weren't just using all that much. It was like a holdover Bramble Lash, whatever. I didn't even bother casting it at some point because the Gorgons were just too powerful. Or I was casting it on non-sentient floor. So eventually we pre-relentlessed everything at the end because the Gorgons just went mad with power. So And that's basically it. So, as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's see what this run's got. Yeah? I'm interested if we're going to see more of the cursed angle or the blessed angle. I have a funny feeling this is just one banner unit difference, right? Just like picking one shop over another, seeing a different banner, and the whole thing's different. So, we'll see. All right, hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing okay. It is, if you can believe it or not, Christmas Day for me. I've already done Christmas stuff, so I was like, all right, well, I gotta record Monster Train and some Cursed Seeds this week, so I figured, why not do it now? It'll be fun. So, yeah, here I am. Hopefully we have a good run of this. I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, I need to record like 3 Cursed Seed episodes today, so that's my plan if I can pull it off. And if not, it's okay. There's other days in the week where we could maybe manage it, but all good. Hopefully, if you celebrate Christmas, you have a good one, right? Hopefully you're doing great. I had a pretty good one too. I got some cool stuff. I'll talk about it in like an intro at some point, but yeah, so it was fun. Yeah. And then I suppose here we go, another year, right? 2024 is right around the corner, so all right, let's get in on this Monster Train episode before we dawdle too long. As before, we are default Umbra, default Melting. Not great, right? It's worse than the alternative, right? Where you flip these because then you have Rector, and Rector's very good. But we're facing, what is this? Rage Talos, Spell Shield Arcus, Chaste Seraph with Prismal Dust, Purifying Cleanse, Ember Forge. I like having a Burnout Extender in my opener because it means I can lean into things like Paraffin Enforcer or, well, heck, anything, right? Lady of the House, Giraffe Infusions. We have a lot of options, so that's good. Prismal Dust is always welcome. I will never say no to this. It's a very strong card early, and it can play a very important role later. And then Ember Forge is also here. He's kind of better than a Trained Steward if you draw him early, so whatever. I guess he pays out a couple extra Ember into Prismal Dust until we clear him, but fair enough. Alright, let's see what's coming up. We have temples on 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay, so 4 temples. Removal dupe on steel side on 8 is excellent. There's a steel and a magic shop on 7. Steel shop is better with the vortex and the cave. There's a dupe on 6, competing with a trinket shop. No magic, no steel there. Very interesting. It's a good trinket shop though, right? You've got a horde and the cave, which is nice. You're guaranteed some value if you have any kind of money generation, which we might. There's a magic and steel on 5. Magic side has the vortex, steel side has the cave and horde. Hard to say which is better. I mean, removals are obviously great, but I do value both the horde and the caverns together pretty highly. So we'll see what we need, basically. Ring 4 has a magic shop. With vortex, that's good. Competes with an Umbra banner that has no shop, which is silly and probably not what you want. Double steals early, Remnant Banner on 3 with that steel shop, Remnant Banner on 2 with the steel shop. A lot of Remnant Banners in our path, which is good, because I would like to not rely on Umbra units. Magic shop on 2 does have an Umbra unit if I really want to, and there's a dupe on 3. So, nothing too crazy. We'll see what we get. Rationing scales for Everflame. We always pick for Everflame here because there's going to be stuff that we're playing that's expensive potentially. I also think this helps make Trained Stewards a lot less burdensome, which is good, so we're going to pick that. I think it's just generally stronger than Rationing Scales here, so that's cool. Monstrous Glutton. Well, I'm going to pick Monstrous because Glutton is awful with this opener. I have no reach to backlines. I think taking Horde is bad. You could maybe skate this, is the thing, with enough like morsels into Penumbra if you can get over that 45, but that's a risk that I will not take personally. I do not see any reason to do that. And the nice thing is we get payout because I get this unit draft. With the 0 shards, I feel cozy taking this unit draft, and I'm pretty sure that will be good. Okay. All right, what's coming up next? What do we have? Right, nothing can get upgraded, so let's just kind of play this out the smart way. Which, I don't know, I'm going to put these middle, and I will give the Dreg the Purifying Cleanse there. That seems okay. Yes. Interesting, interesting. Okay, let me think about this. I can't reach Collector, I don't think, right? No, not a chance. I can at least put some damage into one of these guys. Shame I missed the collector here. I'm gonna sack some units. There's no reason I'm taking the EMBERDRAIN here. I'm gonna Prismal Dust. Man, it's Prismal Dust in like ones here is not very impressive. If I put this in middle, it goes ping, ping, ping. 3 comes in, and then we get 5-9. We actually kill a guy. Saves a 1 upstairs. I don't know how much this changes anything, but it's about as good, honestly. So, okay. It kills a guy. It saves 1 health in Penumbra, which I suppose is fine. I would like to fish for lifesteal, maybe? No. Okay, fine. Well, instead I'm just going to put this big guy up front and we chill. I do get some Ember next turn for that. Fine. Okay, this will be an easy combat. Putting the drag up top is good because it takes 3 hits here. It does let 2 guys walk on me. I could have put this in the back and saved that 1, but I do think that this is better, straight up. I don't think there's any world we managed to get a guy downstairs. That's okay. Not a problem. We're a little bit sketchy into... Ooh, this is nice. We're a little sketchy into... What's it called? The boss. But I at least get 5 damage shield here, which blocks 1 chains attack, which is pretty cool. Alright. Yeah, easy mode. No problems. An attacker? You don't say. The right choice is, of course, to put the Umbra Morsel in front. It takes this whole first round, and then just crunches. And then all this damage shield is straight into chains, easy mode. Alright, cool. 2 damage for a trial. I do lose Collector. It's okay. Tough. This is tough. I love Mind Collapse here because Melting has no good pings, so having a ping is good. Big fan of that. Really strong pick. Space Prism, however, if I see it weaponizes Intrinsic in a sense because it means that I can avoid taking space later for monstrous Penumbra. Now, we might still take it anyway if I go like a 3 times like floor with a 2 space unit on it, so Space Prism is maybe not as good. And then Immortal Trade is honestly excellent with Penumbra. You slap that down pretty early, and this guy can last for quite a while in Relentless. Or not in Relentless, but in Divinity waves. He always dies on turn 2? Yeah, turn 2, unless you have lifesteal on him. So I think the Mind Collapse is correct, especially this early. I'm going to grab that. It's tough. I could see arguments all those ways. Sacred Wicks, it's not the right kind of reform. If this were molded, I actually think I would grab it, but it's not. Wicklash is good. It's hard to say no to Wicklash here. Yeah, I think it's got to be Wicklash, right? Driftball's not bad, but not as strong as Burnout Extender plus damage, I think. And I'm going to snag Paraffin Enforcer here, just for sure. That is direction, I think. Yeah, I like it. Cool. It does damage. It's something. It is a great infusion. I have Burnout Extenders that are pretty compelling. 3 Burnout Extenders and a lot of units I can play out to make them consistently drawn. There's no world I want an Umbra unit here, right? Pretty much no chance. Yeah, okay, fine. I'm thinking Umbra unit and then the Magic Shop, but then there's no holdover target that I really want other than Wicklash. It's fine, but it's not very likely with only 100 gold anyway, so... Now, oh my god, there's an affordable multi-strike. Hold up. Okay. That's an affordable multi-strike. Good grief. Now, I know what you're thinking. I have a Forever Flame plus Legion of Wax. Why would I take Legion of Wax here? Yo, actually, Paraffin Legion pops off here. The problem is going to be keeping him alive. Isn't it just insane if I get, like, multi-strike quick on a Paraffin Enforcer? And I already have a multi-strike, I just self-infuse this goon? Doesn't he just crush the world? I debate, why would I... Like, Legion is okay, but Legion requires reforms, I think, or endless. I mean, then he's so flimsy, though. He doesn't hold on to this very well. Paraffin Legion is good. It's very strong. I like Legion of Wax a lot here, But I actually think genuinely, for this moment, with the multi-strike in shop, I strongly favor Paraffin Enforcer Self-Infuse here. Yeah, I'm going to take that. We're going to go for that. I'm going to go ahead and take this multi-strike 100%. No chance I don't take that. I could take the relic in the middle and sell it, and get a plus 25. But there is a steel shop coming up that I'm pretty comfortable walking into. The alternative is I could go sell this and then self-infuse on ring 3 and immediately dupe the guy, which is a pretty strong power play. But this does require I have some defensive line. We could still see, like, you know, a great example would be Stealth Tomb. Would be a great example of a survivability line that's functional here, or something, right? We have options. We're gonna need something that keeps our floor from dying. I think we look at this horde either way, though, is where I'm at. Fossilized Fangs. You're one relic spawn too short for me to consider this with Glutton. Golden Vault? Infused Mallet? I'm gonna take the Golden Vault. It doesn't cost me anything now. Like, I'm not gonna sell this for... Do I dupe this right away? And buddy, I have to wait until ring 6 to get a second one of these if I don't do this. Honestly, I mean, the Golden Vault's okay, but this is not that powerful. Like, Fossilized Fangs, no whatever. Infused Mallet, hilarious. It's like Golden Vault or... Honestly, I'm going to sell it. It's crazy. It's crazy, but I feel really good about this. Just fully upgrading this guy. The quick would be nice, I get it, but I can solve this in other ways, like an Engulfed in Smoke or something. I like money here, but this hurts quite a bit and I don't have pings. Potentially just kills a guy. I'm going to skip this trial. We might miss the collector for it anyway, which would suck. So, yeah, I mean, instead now we get to kind of just chill, in my opinion, which is very cool. I go Jeweler, Enforcer upstairs. We drop Penumbra bottom or middle? Middle is nice because he might trample something, but I don't think that's going to be particularly relevant. Let's go Penumbra here for 40, and then this Train Steward gets that kill. Take some damage shield upstairs, seems okay. If I get a couple dregs, we can get mid-floor guy. Alright, it's whatever. It's all good. I think we do Shade Splitter. That's nice. And then I'm going to go second Paraffin Buddy. I don't know how consistent I can be about this. I'm just a little concerned that we're not actually going to get what we're looking for here. Health is fun. How do I feel about starting Burnout here? I mean, we do 45 damage. The problem is the Reconcilers are going to slow me down my draws very quickly. I think you could easily get yourself in a situation where you spend too many turns and your guy burns out. And I think a burnout here is death. So in that particular case, let's actually save Penumbra some hit points. Yeah, I think that's better. We haven't even drawn a dreg yet, which is wild. Yeah, we walk into it upstairs. I think I want to put a dreg in line here and then give him the Wicklash, because he's burning out anyway is the thing, right? So you get a dreg that's all pumped up, and that's pretty cool, in my opinion. And he's doing alright. We get 2 smacks downstairs, which is cool. I'm a fan of that. We have a lot of health in this floor. I think we can't lose, right? I don't think there's a world this fails me. Yeah, I think we're good. We get a 9 in there, whatever. It doesn't matter. We got the win. This guy in back is going to just crush. Easy. Cool. He gets a lot of scaling. This guy in the back is doing like 80, so that's cool. All right. Great. Looking okay so far. I'm going to snag a Space Prism here. I like this over the Immortal trade because I'm already feeling like we're on a 2-spacer that gets tripled kind of line. But this could also, if it doesn't end up that way, right? It could be 2 of these guys in like a Stealth Tomb or something. We still don't know. And then this Space Prism could be for Penumbra. It makes Intrinsic really good. And I don't want Antumbra Assault here. So I think the Space Prism's nice. We see a Draft Infusion. So we could pivot. I think it's wrong to pivot. We don't have the reforms to support this. I would need intrinsic into all sorts of nonsense. I think we just take second Wicklash here and improve densities on these cards. And this is honestly my belief. We have enough hits. If I didn't have the multi-strike already in a Paraffin Enforcer, I think we go Paraffin Enforcer into draft, actually. Anyway, I'm going to go left. We didn't see a Stealth Tomb, so that's something to keep in mind. I think we just go left here. I'm going to go for the immediate dupe. I think it's good. I'm going to do the Paraffin Enforcer into Paraffin Enforcer here. Now, this forces, right? This forces us to solve other stuff in the form of burnout extenders. Before we click the Hellvent, because we could see a lot of things here, I want us to consider what our X5 is if we see it, right? Because I never X5 Paraffin Enforcer. That's wrong. If I have intrinsic on a Space Prism, am I ever going to X5 Space Prism? Absolutely not. If I intrinsic Purifying Cleanse, do I ever do that? I don't know about that. What's my X5 then? I mean, I could do like X1 on a Paraffin Enforcer if we see it, and that's already free 15 shards, which is good. Yeah, if I had like -1 in a Wicklash, I think I could go for that. I mean, you could +30 like a Mind Collapse here. What if I +30 a Purifying Cleanse? It's pretty good survivability, right? Going hard on shards? I think it's okay. I'm going to do this +30 in a Purifying Cleanse here and kind of chill. I think that's fine. I'm not going to do this intrinsic yet because it's not going to change my mind here. And there's other things I could maybe hit that would make me consider a... What's it called? An intrinsic in them. So let's see what this Caverns is. That's garbage. Okay. Heaven's Gold. I mean, oh, yo, Heaven's Gold and Golden Vault. We could have had it. That would have been pretty cool, but... Petty Theft, maybe? Second Ping. I kind of just like Heaven's Gold, though, seriously, right? I'm just going to take that. I just really like this relic. And then, yeah, and then we just do the thing we were going to do anyway, which is do Paraffin Enforcer and chill, I'm pretty sure. Cool. We're hard on shards. There's no way around it. And I should take the intrinsic. I mean, this prevents me from needing, what is it called? Space later, so... it is what it is, right? It is what it is. We're going to be okay for now, even though this is terrifying. What a turn one. Good grief. I don't know how to feel about playing both of them on turn one, right? Density is good, but not great. This is what? Slay? Yeah, okay. Dicey. We're strong, but... Seeing them both on turn one, I actually like them staggered is the thing. Because it means that we don't have to worry about it. I wanted to see one on turn two when I was more likely to hit something. Is there ever a world I consider just playing out a crap ton of units and going for the redraws? And playing them on the redraw? Maybe. This is a very bad spawn for Talos, because she pummels him. He dies on any floor. Or he doesn't die middle, but if I play him middle, then he does pass away. So, I'm thinking we Space Prism upstairs. I think we... There's no way that's accurate. I'm thinking we Penumbra upstairs. As weird as this is, and try to keep him afloat with... a variety of morsels and stuff. Yeah, this is bizarre. I think we play him upstairs to navigate this. And I don't think we play a Paraffin Enforcer here. I have 5 cards out of 23 to draw an extender. I could see it. I think we don't do it. It's strange, but I think it's right. We would have seen it. It's okay. We would have seen a really good one, too. That's okay, though. I'm not mad about it. No, it's fine. Huzzah! Upgrade the morsels. Whatever. Okay. He's going to go top floor now. This is spicy, but that's okay. I think we can get around a lot of this with high-powered morsel stuff. So you face tank with a Dreg. Great. Gonna put a damage shield morsel in the back, absolutely. I think I am gonna toss double damage shield on him. It saves a lot of life here. Cool. I'm a fan. Can heal middle. Doesn't matter. They all die. Fine. Okay. Okay. Where are we at? I do need to... this is unfortunate. I need to do double dregs upstairs to clear some of this, and then I play 3 Prismal Dust here to save Penumbra, and we eat 10 to Pyre. This will keep him all... Oh, he doesn't live? What the heck? 6 and 12? The 4... the sweep, of course. He would have died on bottom anyway, which is a depressing realization, but fine. Okay. Okay, we're coming up on the necessary redraws now. Morsels are going to get pummeled. I'm going to leave in this Shade Splitter that gave me an Excavator here, which is fine. We're going to take some damage, and I'm not terribly mad about it. It's fine. Okay. Alright, and now I think we're at a point where we can get around some of this nonsense. I can save Penumbra simply by Mind Collapsing here. It's good. I'm going to play Paraffin Buddy. And we're going to scale the heck out of him here. Great, in fact. Sacrifice this guy middle? Sure. Okay. That looks about as confident as we're going to get, I think. I'm going to go ahead and play stuff mid-floor here. He does actually get through some of this, which is nice. Okay. Now, top floor, yeah, wins. Okay, cool. Cool, great. You can actually do really well with that lifesteal. We took hits, but I think this is about the best way we could have played this, which is terrifying, but good. It's good. All right, now, Furnace Tap. Do I YOLO Furnace Tap here? Everything is essentially free if I lean into it. I'm thinking Magic Shop removals here. Removals are excellent. They increase the density that I find what I want. I can cut Shade Splitters because they do not go away on redraw. Okay. Wickless Recruitment is not bad, right? It's like good, kind of. It's kind of... Huh. Well... it's weird. This is not terrible. It's kind of Burnout Extender. Kind of. Is Furnace Tap right? It's not a bad pickup. If all of my things eventually... I mean, because look at this. Eventually, I get -1s in both Wicklashes. Remove all the Shade Splitters. Everything is free. So, Furnace Tap's pretty good. I should click it. I'm going to click it. Shadow Siege! Oh my god! He's here! He's playable? Kind of? Unreal that he is actually playable. If you take Ember here, he's playable, which is silly and dumb. Because I have an intrinsic space prism, so I just play this on some floor and he punches something for big numbers, which is actually hilarious. Do you ever do that? Is he better than Penumbra? I'm not mad to have him, is the thing. So what is the angle here? He's big is the funny thing. Do I actually want Ember for any reason? No, I want space. I think he's a bait, but I could imagine this working, right? You take Ember here, you just drop this lad and he kills an elite, right? 180 health, whatever. I do 200 damage. Get out of my train. Right? And that's a lot of fun is the thing. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to skip him. It's fine. We're going to take draw. This is a very obvious choice. I need to draw into more cards so I see more Purifying Cleanses. Once we kind of refine this, I think we improve significantly. I go left. The health is perfect here. This is where someone died. The removals are excellent. I'm going to drop 2 Shade Splitters. Am I? Yes, I am. Everything else can play itself out pretty easily. And it's unlikely, as we get farther along, the combats get more to the difficulty you're expecting. Talos at 80 is tough. Don't get me wrong there. Like, yeah, -2, whatever, 10 in piercing. I mean, these are all good, fine, right? But I don't really care that much. I want to chill. You could hard pivot on Architect. He takes 2 space. He's playable in front of these 2. The heck? So he takes 2 space. I then play the Space Prism on the floor. Right, think about this. You put the Space Prism... I'm debating because if you put the Space Prism on the floor, then I can fit him plus 2 guys. Eventually, I take Architect 2, and I could do all of that on middle floor? What a bizarre pivot consideration. I think it's actually pretty good, right? There's also the world where I theoretically could get him on the floor and then take space later and get a third... was it a third Paraffin Enforcer on the floor, which is the ultimate goal, is I want to play 3 of them together, and they crush. The problem is, of course, going to be keeping them alive. We'll need Days on Divinity or Light's Gift or something. We don't have the answer for that yet, but at least being able to put Architect in front is nice. 2 space, he fits, right? He fits? I think he adds more to the run if I play him this way, frankly. The important thing is Monstrous is going to cleave out a lot of units at steel scaling from my Paraffin Enforcers. I think it's the Architect pivot. This puts him on the same floor, which helps a lot. Double stack. You could double stack Furnace Tap here. I don't think we need to do that. It's not important. I know you're thinking -2 double stack here. Maybe it's fine. Maybe if I had Quick, I'd be considering it more. I could see a world where you do that and just hit 4 times here and go mad with power, but I think the right choice is genuinely to just re-roll this, look for a holdover on a Wicklash, and then I should put a +10 in mine. No, I don't need to. If I see a holdover here, I'm gold. I don't, it's fine. I'm going to put the other -1 in a Wicklash, and I'm going to buy a removal. I think. What's coming up? A Steel Shop I don't need. A Magic Shop that comes with money. Yeah, I buy a removal here 10 times out of 10. We're going to click Shade Splitter, get rid of that. This makes my redraws extremely convincing. Now, I want to avoid taking any shards because a 3-attack Pyrolite Master would demolish my universe. But depending on card draws, I might be able to play bottom floor. We'll see. If it's Pyrolite Master, we could do that and then just go crush. And then if I lose Penumbra, I don't care because the way I took him here, I think it's actually kind of nice. So we chill on this. I'm not upgrading that Furnace Tap. That's a final play. We got both Wicklashes free. Yeah, here he is. Here's the buddy. Ancient Hate. I mean, this disables Mind Collapse and that's it. Which, admittedly, sucks, but this primes me for that Magic Shop, I think. So, okay. Bottom floor, maybe? 4 hits out of 4 hits, 6 draw, 20 cards. So that's 4 chances. And I see a little under 1/3 of my deck here. I'm going to delay, I think. I'm easily putting this Ember Forge in. It's kind of a whatever burger. All good. I'm going to drop a Train Steward upstairs. Fine. This floor, if it leaks, sucks, but I'm not pissed about it, is the thing. Am I playing bottom? Yes, I am. Yeah, 4 space. Look at that. It works. Now, I could Furnace Tap him. That actually works, right? As weird as it is. Doesn't clear the floor, funny enough, but sure, man. It kills a guy, which is cool. Now we can... Ooh, spicy. We can... play top floor here now all of a sudden. 6 comes in, 15 comes in. I can't give him a damage shield, so a hit comes in on this guy. I could keep him alive by tanking this on the Paraffin Enforcer. It's true. Yeah, clears the floor as well. We take this hit from the curse. We're going to eat a lot of these, unfortunately. That's going to have to be it, I think. Okay, good. We're feeling a little better about this. Upstairs, I do want to play a Dreg. Absolutely. It actually kills this man, which is great. I would like to Shade Splitter here. Okay, a damage shield is nice. I'll take it. I'm going to face tank 6 of this on a Dreg. It's good. I'm going to play another Train Steward middle, or top rather. Let's buff Mr. Wicklash friend. Okay. Looking for... There's the Purifying Cleanse. Good, good, good. Okay, cool. Guy lives. Right. I can keep him... I can swing this. It's not terribly difficult. Right? You simply put a guy in front, takes 9, and then he takes 15 here, and he's okay. Yeah, and we clear the floor as a result. Okay. Mind Collapse does nothing. Yeah, alright. Nasty upgrades on these guys, but we do get a delay. I get a big heal here, which is great. I think it is quad damage shield on him. I think he's winning. Now, I am guaranteed to draw into Mr. Paraffin Enforcer next turn, so I think that's going to be superior to putting down the dregs. What could I draw into? I could see Prismal Dust, so I think I avoid dropping the EMBERDRAIN here. Yeah, okay, fine. Cool, we super win. Unsurprisingly. We play this guy in the back and he just goes completely ballistic. Great, excellent. This is kind of what you're hoping for. This floor does incredible amounts of damage. And the fact that we could play bottom here, despite all of the downsides, I only took 3 Mystic Collector. Not great, but we get the upgraded thing here. Ah, here's a play. If everything in my deck is 0 cost, I can freely play Void Binding. Yeah, okay, here we go. I think that's a very good line. Ooh, Engulfed in Smoke. Now we're talking. Although that resin removal is tempting. Go Magic Shop here. -1/-1. I can take a -2 now if they show it. I think we take the Engulfed in Smoke. It's a good defensive choice. We're looking for defense because that's how you win this run. And we just get to kind of go to Magic Shops now, right? Which is super cool. Yeah, this is a great Magic Shop for us. Excellent. I get removals, I get everything. Double stack. I mean, honestly, this is the point where I think we just make things free. Just make things cost 0, and I think we chill. The removals may actually just be these last Shade Splitters. And then I just sacrifice Train Stewards, and our redraws become ridiculously good. Yeah, this is going to be very strange, but we cut Shade Splitters first here. I'm going to go ahead and come in here, +10. I'm going to start buffing up some of these Purifying Cleanses, I think. A 10 and Piercing can go into Mind Collapse if I have to see it. I'm going to dupe this guy again, go 95 there, so I can take a 10, take a 15, we'll be okay. As long as I have the Engulfed in Smoke on lock and able to play Void Binding consistently, I think we're fine. 55 health is a full heal, so I'm actually just going to toss a +10 on this Purifying Cleanse, I think. How's this guy looking? I think he has 50? 50. Let's be real here. If he ever goes to 4 hit points or less, I don't think this +10 is going to change much. So I don't think it's actually worthwhile to do that. Let's put his +10 in Purifying Cleanse B, this guy over here. Because the +10/+10, I think, on that guy is going to help out. And now let's re-roll this. Cool. Honestly, Permafrost. I could Permafrost the Furnace Tap, which is... Thinking about this, I think that's just superior, right? I can save this for Relentless or when I desperately need the play. And you can just kind of, you get the, okay, I can pop off here. This lets me actually maybe get Prismal Dust value, because I'm kind of zeroing that out a bit. So I like this. Let's do the Permafrost here, and then take this -1 somewhere. Where am I going? There's a dupe coming up. I don't need this dupe. Straight up, do not need this dupe. I could go trinket shop, but what is the work that I could see at this trinket shop, huh? Okay. What could I see at this trinket shop is the thought I have. What could they show me? I don't actually know. What's the win? Is there a winning thing here, I think? I don't think so. Like, you could maybe get I mean, I already removed all Shade Splitter, so I was thinking of things like, oh, you can get a draw relic, like Winged Steel, maybe? So I think it's Hellvent, and then in the Hellvent, I dupe Void Binding? Or something? Remember, I do need to manage burnout, so it could be, unironically, like the Purifying Cleanse here is a really good pickup, simply because it is, well, it's strong. I actually think it might be the non-shard Purifying Cleanse, because I don't want to take shards there, potentially. I mean, an extra Purifying Cleanse is great density. Really good. Now, I do want to cut units eventually, because my initial draw-through is bad. And when I say bad, I mean really bad. So I think next we are chopping all the Train Stewards out of this run. Where are my temples? I think there's 2 temples coming up. Okay, so I'm thinking, let me plan this out. I'm thinking it's left side here. Health, because I'm probably going to take hits. Money pickup. The dupe here is maybe just a Purifying Cleanse for density. There's no removals on this floor, so I don't have to really prioritize that. And then on ring 7, it's Magic Shop. Magic Shop there. Okay, that's okay. We get the Magic Shop. That's our final chance to -1/-1 Engulfed in Smoke, which is a nice play. But that also gives me the chance to see 2 temples, the last 2 temples for a possible -2, which means you could get like a -2 holdover on that by that point, which I really love. More than I love like -1s here, right? I don't think that adds enough value to really justify it. Okay, so that's good. We do that line. I get some money, some health. Cool. I like grabbing health here because we're leaking until we clean this up, and then this becomes really strong. So we're using our Pyre health as a resource right now. Really, I mean, you see I'm just taking hits in order to guarantee I win combats. So that's great. And then we go Hellvent on ring 8, get the 3rd guy, hopefully have good play repeatability on stealth and other things, good burnout at that point, extra Purifying Cleanse. I feel pretty good about this. Okay, so that means the -1 here is something that just lets me get away with something. A -1 Prismal Dust, just an extra stealth. I don't want to put it in Engulfed in Smoke here. I guess it could be Furnace Tap, right? How many EMBERDRAIN do you get from Void Binding? 3? I'm just thinking, what does this actually do if I put a -1 in this Furnace Tap? I don't think it actually adds much. I genuinely think like an extra damage shield might be more important. Especially a damage shield when I have EMBERDRAIN. Let's just take that. That's fine. 20 consume. I like that Mind Collapse. It also takes a +10 in piercing very well. I do not need this money. I'm going to a non-shop location coming up, so we move on. Cool. Okay, 80 in the ring, whatever the heck this is, doesn't really bother me that much. Heaven's Seal? My pings are nasty. I'm sacrificing a bunch of stuff. I think we can skate out of this survivability-wise. I'm just going to need to make sure my floor has the burnout to actually punch Crystal Cloak. It's 80, which means that she gets 2 bonus stacks of stealth here. The question you have to ask yourself is, does Heaven Seal cost me anything too terribly much? It potentially lets an upgraded floor wave 2 heavy walk on me. And I don't think there are enough relics that answer and help me out here. It's like Combustible Wax is the only wet relic I can think of that really like takes us to another level, and I don't think it's worth this risk. We potentially risk literally losing. That's a hard one to say. Say that 10 times fast. Literally losing. Literally. Okay, anyway. I think we turn this off and we move on. It's just Combustible Wax that pops off here. So again, I just don't think you play the turn 1 Paraffin Enforcer without a top deck here. So we're going to go ahead and Penumbra upstairs on this one. And just sack some units, I suppose. 2, 2, 12, 12. So we go, did we play these in middle here? We don't, we hold on to the Furnace Tap and we chill. Cool. Yeah, now you're good. Now we just play Mr. Paraffin Enforcer upstairs. We give him a Wicklash and a Purifying Cleanse. I think it's what, 2, 2, 12, 12, and then I can actually kill a guy upstairs, which is fun. We do want to play a Train Steward here. I want a Stealth. That's strong. Great. 3 hits is what we have. Good. Okay. We do want to pop guys in mid-floor. For sure, for sure. 100%. So, pop guy in mid-floor. Yeah, just do that. Now, we have a... If I play Ember Forge, how are we looking? 20, he gets 4, 4, 14. That kills him. 8 comes in, kills this guy. We don't get any more. If I go Train Steward, 4, 4 kills. 14 comes in, kills. I could do it with a... Prismal Dust? You can also do this by just Prismal Dusting on Penumbra. And he takes... What is this? It becomes... He takes 8 damage in total, and then swings, clears the floor, and Guardian gets pummeled by Enforcer Friend. Now, does he actually get pummeled? Hard to say. It doesn't look like he takes a lot of damage here, but he might walk on me, which I don't love. Can I keep Ember Forge alive? Hey, totally, actually. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I'm a big fan. If I have to drop Furnace Tap upstairs next turn, I'm not necessarily mad about it, I think. I think that is something I need to consider. I have at least the bonus health here from this man, so that's cool. We actually clear the floor. We actually clear the floor, which is nuts. And I can actually tank this with Drag here, which is good. Sack him. Awesome. This is perfect. I can save Furnace Tap then, which is really the point. I can even keep Ember Forge alive. Not that I really need the guy, but I like this a lot. 8 damage shield. I'm feeling pretty good about this. He pummels and then crumbles that guy. Great. Honestly, I'm feeling pretty okay here. We have 9 burnout there. I can go ahead and play other Paraffin Enforcer guy here. Get him in. Do some scaling. Play Void Binding here. Like, I mean, not, at this point, outside of the stealth, nothing matters, right? If you Void Binding here, I'm leaking a lot of damage here, is the thought process I have. It was 45, 25, 25, 57, 57. Void Binding in front doesn't actually change this. Void Binding in, like, middle, though, that changes it quite a bit, right? Put it in the back. I want to put it on the person that has the most burnout here. So, sure, right? I think we pop off here. Okay. I think we pop off. It's dicey, but I like it. Okay. Really? 45, 83, 83. Hit, hit, hit? How does this not kill? He goes 45, 83. Oh, only 122. Dang, man. So I got a Wicklash here for 90-something? Still doesn't get it. Unreal. I leak a chunk? Not a fan. You heal downstairs. You get 2 rounds? I guess. It's not bad. It's not bad to take 2 rounds off, actually. So putting this damage in front doesn't really change it. Let's put it in back then. We could have had it if I didn't have to invest because the Mind Collapse would have taken it. Or if I'd put a +10 in this. Like, there's just things that I could have done that would have changed this a lot. But it is what it is, I suppose. Now, I'm guaranteed to see Void Bindings coming up. Yeah, because our deck is essentially non-existent. There's basically nothing here. So let's delay. The health here on bottom is worthwhile. I do take like 18 damage to Pyre. 16. It's not good. Not a fan. 9 stealth. Don't get a lot of turns here. I am going to need to Wicklash in the back on this guy. I'd like to try to Wicklash. I'd like to spread this out if possible. I'd sure like to spread this out a little bit. 11 means he gets now 3 rounds on this, which is cool. If I start buffing up mid guy, he might last long enough, and then Void Binding in front. Yeah, okay, here's the deal. I'm going to work on mid guy now. Fine. I'm going to Void Binding in front to buy turns. I think we're almost guaranteed to redraw Void Binding again. Cool. It's dicey. Look, it's dicey. Everyone knows that it's dicey here, but with some help, we can improve this. Yeah, great, in fact. Guy gets absolutely pummeled, we're fine. Look, woof. Crystal Cloak, my guy. Crystal Cloak. And then we get like 2 rounds on him. Yeah, alright, good job. Oof. Got him. Only 16 taken. I mean, I'll take it. Frankly, that's better than it could have been. Let's move on. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Crushing Demise is an exceptional card to just add that I can reduce to 0 cost. Eventually. Eventually. Memories of the Melted, unironically pretty okay to give me a burst of energy. Crushing Demise is good. We're seeing some cracks in wide waves right now. Eventually this solves itself by having a 3rd one of these guys on the floor, but I think it's wrong to skip Crushing Demise. We should add that. Too strong of a card. We're going to go left. I don't have enough money to buy anything at the right side, so yeah, we go left. Take some health. See a -2? Sick. -2 into Engulfed in Smoke is a snap click. Intrinsic. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, 1 Intrinsic on a Wicklash helps a lot. This guarantees that I get to keep one of my guys. I get to play the guy I draw on turn 1. That's pretty sick, actually. That's well worth it, in my opinion. I should consider duping that particular one. I think it's actually better to dupe Void Binding, and we go all in, since everything is now free. Literally everything is free except for Furnace Tap, Crushing Demise. And I guess Prismal Dust if you count those. So I think having more density on Void Binding is better, and it keeps me low on shards. I'm taking it. I feel great about this. There's an argument for removals by infusions. I don't see a reason for it. We're going to focus on removals coming up. I'm going to basically tunnel vision purchase them from this magic shop with as much money as I can get. Sure. Right, Spell Chain, buddy. No problem. Drop Space Prism, Penumbra, Chills, Incoming Paraffin Enforcer. Scale that man's health. There's an Ember Forge. Great. Feels good, I think. I get a Crush downstairs. Incredible hit. Amazing hit. Let's go ahead and drop a Drag middle to tank that. Drag can go bottom to die. Not great chances of drawing into a 2nd turn Paraffin Enforcer thing. I think we don't play this guy right now. Okay, we chill. I could see it. It's like 6 out of 16, but I can't really take that risk. And yeah, the Rally Shard was coming up, so reasons and things. It's okay. We can face tank with a Train Steward. Actually, it's better to face... No, God. Rally Shard. Yikes. Tank a dude on middle. Play some stuff out on bottom. We chill. It's a lot of damage for my guy to take. I think I'm just going to heal him with Purifying Cleanse eventually. But we are going to draw into some good stuff. Once we actually can successfully play out all my trash units... Yeah, Ember Forge. He lives. I think we're essentially golden. Yeah, here's Void Binding up front. I think we do click this. I get 3 EMBERDRAIN, but it's okay. Oh, I think we actually just go in on Prismal Dust here, right? And we don't. With Void Binding living, I don't, or rather with Paraffin Enforcer alive, I don't think I have a problem with going in on it. I mean, Emberforge. I'm communicating this all wrong. Sorry. With Emberforge living, I don't mind 3 Ember Drain because I'm getting 5 Ember next turn. So I can still play the Furnace Tap, which is the most important thing there, right? That's the whole reason I mention it. The goal is Furnace Tap must be playable. I'm willing to give up this armor here. That's fine. Now, everything remaining in my deck, except for Crushing Demise, is free. And we get a pretty decent Prismal Dust here. But I think the right choice is actually just Furnace Tap. We're going to go hard on this. 100%. 10, he's hitting 3 times. Cool. I think he's fine. I think we just waste the Prismal Dust because I'm never going to get Ember for it now. I need to get numbers in this Mind Collapse so I can actually do something with it. That's priority at the next shop, I think. Let's heal my guy, Penumbra. He deserves it. All right, cool. Goodbye, Emberforge. We never get any Ember ever again. Okay. That is an Incant Shard. Okay. Drop in Paraffin Enforcer. Cool. If I use one of these, I cannot use the other ever again. So I'm going to be clear. I think the correct choice is Purifying Cleanse because it sends Burnout by 3. Yep. Goodbye my other cards. You're really annoying, Arcus. You're really annoying. It's fine. Yeah, there it is. Whoops. Let's keep Penumbra among the living. Important. Stealth, because stealth is good. Now, you could have argued that you should have put Paraffin Enforcer in front. Whatever. He scales himself. I did it this way because I wanted this guy taking the hits last. Doesn't really matter all that much. We've got 2 Burnout Extenders coming up. Let's just invest in this damage shield in the back, honestly. I'm pretty happy with this. I think this floor looks like it's winning, right? Burnout, Extender, Burnout, Extender. 9 rounds of like 8,000 damage, that's enough. Let's just extend Burnouts here and chill. I think I hit the stealth here. Yeah, great news. Cool. I don't see how this falters now. Cool. Great job. Honestly, this looks great. Just being clear. It's like 1 round or something. 2 rounds. Very fast, very strong. This looks even better with second Architect, I think. Trample? Tempting. Trample is tempting. It's interesting, huh? Now, let me think about this, right? I'm trying to get 6 space on the floor. If I take... I don't think we can ever get a third Gaia down. Even if I take... I'd have to take space here to make this work. I'll have to consider that when we get there. Do I take any of these Intent on Death? Umbra Stone? It's not bad. You can play it early. It's good to get Trample. Helps a lot, actually. I think we should click it. I'm going to click it. Okay, fine. Now, here's your question, right? Draw is incredible here because I have such a small deck on redraw. So that's neat. Alternatively, space lets me play a third one of these guys. Now, third one of these guys is pretty good, but I could probably get away with 2. Thanks to things like Trample, I really want to, I can lean into 2. The nice thing about it also is I think I can manage Burnout a little better. If I have to actually put any Burnout into Penumbra, it's tragic, right? I think with the Trample Stone, this is sufficient. 5 hits is enough to win. I think I benefit so much from an extra card draw here that it's hard to say no. So I'm going to take card draw, and I can take Architect 2. What does this really functionally mean is I can tank with dregs in random combats on that floor, which is not bad. I don't hate it. I think yeah, I'm going to go in on this. I think so. Okay. Cool. Good run so far. Good run so far. I'm going to go Magic Shop. We're at the point where a holdover is maybe not relevant, but -1s are certainly. It's the last chance, so we're going to do this. I give up removals for it. I know, but fine. Another -2. Tempting. 10 in piercing. I think I have to put this into Mind Collapse, frankly. So I'm going to do that. But let me look for a +10. You got one of thems? No? Remove Consume? That doesn't seem useful. Okay, first -1. This is easy. We're going to pick this because this goes into Crushing Demise. I can now play it at any point. Don't 20 consume anything. I'm not going to remove consume anything. Yeah, no. Re-roll this. No +10. It's okay. I get another Permafrost, which is fun. I'm going to 10 in piercing into Mind Collapse because, yes, I was just talking about this. I take Architect 2 here. Sure, buddy. Sure. I can't take Monstrous because he doesn't get on the floor anymore. Okay, I'm going to buy removals. For sure. The -1 here is maybe Umbra Stone? Honestly, probably the other Prismal Dust, so this is at least guaranteed 1. You could... 13 is not very good. I wish this were a +10 instead of a 20 in Consume. I would put it into Mind Collapse here. I almost certainly should have bought that 10 and that random 10 from before and put it in this. It would have helped literally on 2 combats ago, but it's fine. I was worried too much about needing to put 2 upgrades into this, like a +30 and a 10 in piercing, and now I'm getting bit because we didn't even see a +30. If I did, I would have put that in there, but that's okay. I'm going to make this other Prismal Dust a +1. I think that's worthwhile. I'm going to now cut Train Steward. We're at the point where these cuts are to improve my turn, my first draw through, and that is important. These guys are also Harvest Bait, which I really don't want to deal with. We chill. That's great. I contemplate the -2. You could put this in Furnace Tap. That seems dumb. That doesn't seem good. You could put this in Umbra Stone. That doesn't seem great either. I can afford 2 Ember cost stuff, right? I can afford this, is the thing. And I have time. If I remove the other 2 Train Stewards, which we definitely get to do here, the question then becomes, what is your dupe on Ring 8? With extra card draw, I could see it maybe being a 3rd Void Binding. That's powerful. Could be Stealth, could be Engulfed in Smoke there. That's shards, but I'll have to consider it. It's never going to be any of these things. It's never another Paraffin Enforcer buddy either. You could take 25 shards for a removal here. How do we feel about that? I've considered this before. I think if I were going for 200, I might go for it. I feel strong, but also not that strong. This is good, but it doesn't help me that much. It's like it's nice. I get rid of both Train Stewards no matter what on Ring 8, and the Dregs are not ideal, but they're fine, right? I get down to 25 cards. My redraws are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 with draw 7. That's really consistent, though. That's really consistent. 4 of those. It goes to 12 with draw 7. So I still see the whole deck in 2 turns, which is great. 4 Burnout Extenders. I think that's enough to beat Divinity and Chased. So I think the Void Binding is going to be the dupe then, thinking about this a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's true. Let's move on then and sit on this. I'm okay here. We chill. Yeah, we chill. Permafrost, though. Is that worth considering on the Umberstone? Hold on to this? Possibly. Weird. Possible. You could also maybe do this on a Void Binding. This is confusing a little, but it's good because if I want to wait turns... these are things that don't help on the redraws. Once I'm on like redraw 2, I'm just slamming Void Bindings. The nice thing about a Permafrost and a Void Binding is, one, I'm going to dupe Void Binding. So Two of them benefit from it. Two, what it means is that if I draw it before I've stabilized my burnout, and I have it, if I draw this before I've played like Umberstone plus Prismal Dust plus Furnace Tap, I get to hold on to it, which is great. It means I don't have to redraw this. I get to slam this. I'm actually going to purchase this Permafrost, as weird as this seems. I realize that hurts money for Heaven's Gold, but that actually is a good pickup. We're going to move on. I feel good about that. Heaven's Seal on Winged Horde, I mean, I think we're strong, but man, you can't take this risk. If guy walks on me, I take like 90 damage. It's too volatile, and I don't think, I mean, the money is great, but it's just too volatile, I think. It's tough. It's tough. I don't know what to say. Kill guy in front. Cool. Would I have been okay? Maybe. Maybe? I have no idea. I can actually put a drag on this floor, which is funny. Look at that. I can actually play all my guys. I'm guaranteed in 2 turns to see I roll the rest of my deck, so we get the Purifying Cleanses. Do I put a drag in? 5, 5, 14. I mean, we put 2 down and we get a kill in front, which is excellent. And then the whole floor passes away. I'm going to put some damage shield up front for sure. Look at that. Permafrost immediately paying out. I get to just chill with this Void Binding until I want it. That's nice. I'm going to put this drag in front, I think. I'm going to let it tank a hit for me. I'm okay with that. I'm good with that. Would we have been fine? Probably. That's a tough play, huh? Burnout extend the 2 cost guy for sure. Do I have to slam here? This is the moment you have to think about, right? This is the, okay, guy walks on me. He's going to deal 20 damage to me. I mean, this is Heaven's Gold. I mean, that Heaven's Seal would have murdered me here. I'd have to play in. The question is, do I need to? If I play any of this, any of these, we don't get to play any of the others, is the thing. So this 9 comes in, 70 comes in, and then slam, 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 slam. We do 239 from the back. Furnace Tap gets this kill. Void Binding gets these kills. Right? You just put this in the back, and that's enough damage to put me over the edge, I think. So, okay. Interesting. If I put the drag in the back, I actually think we also get this kill. But I actually do think we maybe lose Penumbra if I play this any other way. So the question becomes, what do we send it on? Is Trample unnecessary on this combat? I suppose so. I think we send the Furnace Tap here. I'm gonna put it in the front guy here, because then we send it. He gets the damage shield and he blocks for the floor. And I put Prismal Dust up front. Okay, fine. Now this floor does a bajillion damage, but it's unlikely I ever get to play a card ever again. That isn't, literally critical. So Purifying Cleanse must go in the back. Void Binding must come down. Absolutely. I think we can tank this hit and get away with it, yes. Now the question is, can I ever preserve Emberforge? And I think the answer is just no. You put Drag, gets shot, 520, yeah, he's gone. I put him downstairs with Train Steward. Yeah, he's gone. No chance. So I think the sacrifice here is just do your best. Give this guy 10, 15 armor. We want to make sure we play out these units. So, fine. Okay, yeah. And now I'm pretty sure we're at the point where I just redraw everything and we cruise. Okay, great. I'm going to extend burnouts because these are important. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and click Void Binding because, yes, reasons. Go ahead and crush middle. Hey, I take it. Get rid of one of those extinguishes for me, please. We're pretty liable to lose Penumbra here, and I'm actually okay with it. I could actually keep him alive, now that I'm looking at it a little bit. Right? Toss this guy a Purifying Cleanse, and he's good. I can get Ember on this turn, huh? That's true. Neat. Ember. Wow. Amazing. Cool. Fine. I think we're good. We solidified here. I could have taken it. It being the trial. Now, do I feel comfortable taking it? No, not really. But we could have. I think there are worlds where that didn't shake out in my favor. And you get to respect them. Hey, look, I get to click Trample Stone way at the end of everything. So that's neat. Penumbra gets to live through this as well. Great news. Engulfed in smoke. Crush everything. Not literally. Great, 1 round. Okay. Fine. Fine. Could have gotten 400 gold there. Okay. Skipping these units. Skipping these cards. Shroud Spike. No thank you. Votavary is... It's a cheeky unit to pick up here. It doesn't do anything for me, except... If you see a Waxer Snuffer, you can get double draw out of him. I don't think that's worth it. We skip this. We skip her. Yeah, it's fine. I don't have enough money to buy anything anyway. I go to the right. It's for sure happening. Removals are both Train Stewards. Absolutely. Let's improve these card draws to the best of our ability. I get to look at the Trinket Shop with longing. Well, none of them are good anyway for me, so fine. Sure. I might take the money in the middle if they show me anything that I care about. But they don't. Quick, man. There it is. Quick on that guy. Would have been sick. It's okay. I think this is simple. I think it's as simple as we grab the money to buy a removal. And that's pretty much the run. Yeah. I think that's pretty much the run of Monster Train, and we chill. It's going to be a dreg. Yeah, all of these other cards are good. I just need to improve the density of everything I'm doing. This nice also gives me 9 damage on Pyre if it matters. And I dupe Void Binding with a Permafrost here. Cool. And at 125 out of 100, we move on. Now, I don't know if we ended up finding whatever the high roll was that the other person got a 68k score on or something. I have no idea. Maybe we did. Maybe we didn't. I don't think we pre-relentless in such astronomical fashion here that I feel cozy saying we're gonna crush, right? It's like, alright, cool, maybe. Unlikely. It's pretty good damage. We are gonna get shot down on numbers pretty quickly here. I'm not mad about it, but... You know, that's fine. It's okay. I'm going to sacrifice some dregs here. I'm going to sacrifice a dreg upstairs. I actually straight up should just engulfed in smoke this and leave that dreg alone. This is the wrong Void Binding, so we don't play it. Okay. Fine. Going to cut our stealth down. I knew that was coming. We can and should pop Mr. 25x2 here. Good. Great, in fact. Lay out dreg. I think I actually go dreg plus Emberforge. I mean, they all die because of these 25x2s, but... Now, here's your question. 70. I think if I go in here, we're okay. Go in on Furnace Tap and Void Binding him, and we extend Burnout on him. I think that is going to be the play. And now it's like we get no Ember here, which sucks, admittedly, but I do draw an Engulfed in Smoke, which is great, and swings this around fast. I'm going to crush middle. Even if it hits that back guy, I'm not mad about it. I do get the 1 damage shield here, which I'll take. I'm also going to click Wicklash into my guys. Void Binding here. It'll have to do. Chased as being an issue. I'm not surprised. I knew he would. I do get Mind Collapse here, which I will take. Cool. I think we save Penumbra's life. He gets Burnout extended, but that's okay. I'm going to work on some Burnout in places and things. Play Void Bindings when I can. Sure. I think we will get up to the point where we beat Chased, which is good. Ooh, I get Mind Collapse with Trample Stone, which is big. Take that Crush. I'm going to heal up front. Good. I get the Trample Stone here. I get the Void Binding. I get the Wicklash. 6, 8, 5. It's fine. EMBERDRAIN is whatever. I'm already suffering it. Last cut. Okay. We draw Stealth. It's nuts. Okay, we also push 500 here, which is about as amazing as we're going to get. I am going to lean Trample guy, gets all the Void Bindings for sure. Guy in the back is going to get my Purifying Cleanses to keep him alive. We do 600 here, that's pretty good. Crush middle, fine. Cool. I feel good about our chances of winning this combat. There's very little that can go wrong with this kind of draw density, which is very cool. It is very cool, yes. That 10 in Piercing and Mind and Collapse does excellent work. We crush middle, great job. We just load up top. This guy completely sandblasts everything. Cool, excellent. I actually think we also redraw Stealth here, right? Yeah, easy. Super easy, in fact. And then you accidentally Mind Collapse and, Crushing Demise and would lose your run. That's okay. I don't see this as being very high scoring, but I think this is a pretty consistent line. I'm interested to see what Mr. 64K is. I guess I don't know. Mr. Mrs. 64K? Who knows? I have no idea what their names even are. I turned that off intentionally so no one gets revealed. Alright. Cool, we're playing in. Let's do it. I'm going to sack the Dreg. Ooh, that's a nice play. Incredible. Extend, Burnout. Hold, Permafrost, Void Binding, yes. The Dream. You draw into it and go, I don't have an opportunity to play it yet. And then we sit. And we feel good about that. Great. No Burnout extenders here. Pretty high likelihood we draw into one, but not guaranteed. Okay. We're guaranteed to see one before this Paraffin Enforcer passes away. Do I take this risk? There is a draw, right? It's just like Deadweight, 3 Dregs, Emberforge, Prismal Dust, Void Binding, right? There's my 7, and then I whiff on all 3 Purifying Cleanses and Wicklashes, and we lose a man for it. It's pretty unlikely, but the question you have to now ask yourself is, how badly do I need this damage scaling right now? I think the answer is not badly enough. Is that true? I don't actually know. We don't even clear this next floor, right? 70 comes down, doesn't even kill this front guy, and then he goes 47, 47, and it's like we leave 2 guys. I'm going to Mind Collapse here on middle fella, just to kill an enemy. I'll probably redraw this Mind Collapse before we see the Light Wings on top floor. You could always go all in. I have 3 permafrosted set pieces here, which is awesome. I'm actually really glad I permafrosted this. I can just chill, look for the Trample Stone, and then go when I want to. So, it's tricky. I think we put him down. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I think we put him down because if I whiff... Oh, it's bad to whiff. It's bad to whiff. Okay, so I think let's play the way that we're going to know we need to. I'm going to do 4 damage shield into Mr. Penumbra. Yeah, for sure. It looks nasty until I go Mind Collapse in the middle. Great, cool. Now I can kind of do whatever I want. Those are the first plays. Now, next it's just the question of, do you put the Paraffin Enforcer down before you engulf in smoke? Guy that we already have is always going to live. because in 2 turns, which is what he gets, with 3 burnout, I get 2 draws. I'm guaranteed to see my whole deck. Cool. Great. Well done. We did it. He lives. Not concerned about him at all. It's just this other goon. It's all about this next turn. And the real question is just, do I need this damage badly enough that I take this risk? Otherwise, I just redraw around and play him later. I think I don't need this damage badly enough. So we're going to stealth here and drop him. Okay. Scary, but okay. We would have been fine. Would have absolutely been fine. Let's play out interesting questions. If I burn out, if I Wicklash to Penumbra here, and then what? I haven't drawn Trample Stone yet. We would have been fine. I knew we would have been, but there's the chance. There's the chance, right? You can't disrespect it. Now I could drop it. I could go in. Going in here means I have Trample Stone online. Going in means I play Furnace Tap, Void Binding, send it. If you Wicklash in front, he does clear this guy and trample in a little bit here, which I think 69 plus the 5 damage overage is 74, which is just shy of this kill. But yeah, it's just shy of the kill. So he has to hit twice is the thing. Now I could, then that's the Void Binding play, right? You just drop in Void Binding and you go hard. So there's that. I do want to avoid giving harvests here. So I think the angle is Emberforge middle and just get him shot. Goodbye, my friend. And I think the play is, do you preserve a Dragon? Do you keep the Drag alive? You gotta put up so much effort into this guy. I guess I could give him 4 damage shield. Well, if I'm gonna play anything, it's gonna be this Furnace Tap. I think we go in here, and the struggle then becomes, how do I play Umberstone? And I don't love that. I could also just let this guy walk on me. Pretty decent. Honestly, that's a pretty decent option. Play out some dregs and get them shot, I think, is okay. Goodbye, my friends. Let this guy walk on me. I do desperately need to extend burnout on Mr. Paraffin Enforcer here, so I think we're going to give him this no matter what. Take 18, it looks like, currently. You can theoretically make this work by Prismal Dusting for 4 in the back, because he gets 1, 2, 3, 4 and lives, and then he swings twice. 79, 79. Hit. And then, I guess this guy gets, how much rage is that? That's what, 2 hits, so 12 rage for 24 damage. And he does 24 plus 9 is 33 here, which leaves him with 42. 42 puts him 1 hit in. I mean, if you go in on the Dreg, he actually does he does hold out. And going in on him just simply means playing Prismal Dust on him. I don't immediately hate. Yeah, numbers come in. I do think we desperately need to play one more time a Purifying Cleanse here. I think we actually have to play both Purifying Cleanses and take this hit, unfortunately. I think I have to play those, and we sit on all this. Okay, alright. I get walloped for 15 there. Okay, now I do think we have to go in here. Let me just be clear about this. I think we do. The plan is, I hit the Mind Collapse. I thought I might. I'm glad I did. It's 50 damage I don't have to take. So, we go and play. Can I get him? No, it's only 3 plus. A -1 in this Mind Collapse, by the way, would have made the difference here. Believe it or not. Okay, so, dumpster this Dreg. He goes downstairs and dies. Great news. Okay. I think we Umbra Stone for sure here, but I think you Mind Collapse first to get this kill. And then we Umbra Stone here. And then we Wicklash here. And I think this is the last turn before we go off. I'm guaranteed to see Paraffin Enforcer and Engulfed in Smoke next turn, which is critical for Mr. Conduit Floor. And then we drop Furnace Tap on the front guy, load him up with all the Void Bindings, and Crush. And this is looking like 2 hits of 14, 19 damage here. Yeah, we wait. I need to play Furnace Tap here. There's no way. We need to play it. Got it. Good. Okay. I could potentially miss. Oh, we don't miss, actually. All right. Good job. Great work. This looks terrible. Until... Wait for it. Paraffin Enforcer airdrops in. And Engulfed in Smoke saves the entire run. Amazing. I am going to attempt to 50-50 the mini-boss here. I'm never that lucky. Let's just be clear. I'm never that lucky. And then we drop in the Furnace Tap. We pop off. Okay. We are actively popping off. I need to extend his guy's burnout. We're going to Purifying Cleanse up front. And we drop in Void Bindings out the wazoo. Now, I'm going to just start taking curse damage because I whiffed on this goon chains, but I'm not mad about it. Any kind of bonus damage we put into Paraffin Enforcer here prevents further damage we take. This Purifying Cleanse goes somewhere, and I think it's actually going into Penumbra. Is it? Yeah, we're going to draw around again for my other guys. It's fine. Then actually, Mr. Stupid Dreg just slams in for 173 damage in the back there, which is pretty neat. We're going to start crushing middle. Great. Sure. Stealth is amazing. I love it. I need to extend burnout on the back guy. All right. Sorry, Penumbra. I think you don't get this one. Purifying Cleanse here. Actually, I'm going to go Purifying Cleanse here. Put the Wicklash into a guy that does damage. Behold my strength. Take some pyre damage due to this stupid stuff. Great. Now I'm just taking this Vengeful Shards damage every time I draw it. It's going to have to be okay. Purifying Cleanse. Let's go. I actually can play it. Believe it or not. Maybe. Never mind. 10 in Piercing is not enough. Okay. Good chat, y'all. Good chat. Well done. Well. Nothing has 10 health. Okay, fine. 1 damage, alright, it's okay. We're still crushing here. I think we win on this turn now, actually, with the way the scaling goes. Amazing, we do it. There it is. And that's how you do it. And then you 50-50 the mini-boss. Hey, we get him when it doesn't matter. Amazing. Cool. That's Monster Train, my guy. Alright, we did it. Good job. That's scary, and we had to actually plan our turns pretty well. There's no way we got 68k. I don't know. I missed whatever that was, or I just made different decisions. This felt good. Obviously, we took some hits, but we saved all of our health, made them matter. I think this felt good, so I'm not mad about it. We're like 50s, right? 46. Honestly, not great. Let's go to the challenge. I'm interested in how badly I got creamed here by everything else. What'd you do? You did the Draft Enforcer business? Okay. Legion of Wax infused into Wickless Baron. What in the blazes? This person seriously took Gourd Glutton Penumbra? What the heck? What am I looking at? It's just Furnace Tap onto the Paraffin Enforcer and then you resin removal it? Okay, I see it. I see it, but... Burnout 2? Okay, so you have Burnout 2 here. This person went so hard on shards. This is one of those lines that, like, I don't know, man. If you miss one piece of this as you're going into the 270 shard line, you just die? I don't know. It's weird to look at the run summary of something like this, and you can see how this pieced together, but you can also see how this is reliant on future pieces. I mean, they hit the combustible wax, which completely changes the landscape of the run, I think. I did not get a combustible wax because I didn't just, I guess, slam every single trial. I'm assuming, let's see, after the first one, this is probably Sycophants of Seraph's reward? Either that or the exploding candle. I don't remember the order. So that's interesting. This is bizarre. I don't know why you take Legion of Wax and infuse it into Baron. It's fine. This like pseudo harvest floor is bizarre. Well, because the way it works is he gets hit, he generates a thing, then the thing gets killed, so he scales himself. It's not terrible, but also why? At this point, it almost seems like this was done simply to take shards, which might actually be true. I don't know. This is a bizarre run. And this is also weird because this is the kind of run that I think if you're just trying to win the game, I don't think I would recommend playing like this. This is just mega bizarre gameplay that obviously this person's very good at the game. They pulled this off, but at the same time, this is a line that falls apart in like 15 different ways if you don't find some piece of the puzzle by the end. So, I don't know. Like, in what universe do we click Gorge Penumbra here? I could not begin. Like, the pivot here is just, I understand, actually. I get it. They started Monstrous and then took Monstrous 2 and decided, I'm not taking space. And they didn't take the space prism. So, as a result, they couldn't take Monstrous 3, so they had to pivot to whatever it was. I get it. This looked bizarre because I thought it was picked on Ring 1, but no, that's what happened. So this is just throwing Penumbra away, essentially. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, really what this is all about, it seems, this is 100% just load up Furnace Tab, dupe it, and then send it on this guy. And then I guess they put... Oh, I see they're putting this Baron in front as a tank. Yeah, that works, I suppose. That gets there. This looks much worse until you just, like, high roll into this Pyrestone housing on the last ring, I guess. This also isn't showing the right order. Probably bought the quick on ring 8, and then maybe re-rolled into the multi-strike or something for here. Super bizarre. Super bizarre floor. And it's hard to say. I mean, you got 30 health here. The Divinity's doing 23 damage. I guess you're relying on Prismodust, the random purifying cleanses. And that's it. Winning before you die. Maybe an immortal trade. Okay, fair enough, I suppose. I don't know, crazy, bizarre. I'm not going to spend more time on that. That's not a line I would recommend people play. That's like some serious YOLO nonsense that wins, but I don't know how I could see this run ahead of time is the thing. This is bizarre because this looks cool, and maybe I could play this run knowing in advance something about this run, like if I don't know, knew anything. But anticipating some of these picks and being like, yeah, I'm going to take the Legion of Wax on ring, what was that, 2? So they take the Legion of Wax ring 2, and they're like, okay, let me grab that. Why? Why would you pick that? That's never playing into your line normally. Unless you look at that and you go, aha, I need to tank for Paraffin Enforcer, and that's their answer from like... that's like 500 IQ, 5-dimensional chess decision making, right? Because you should not play that way, in my opinion, because you're just adding garbage to your run. I think what they're doing... Anyway, I'm not going to talk about it more. Let's move on. That's me. Hey, look, I did it. I win the run. I didn't. I played a lot safer and came out with this. So is my 46k score good enough for you? I don't know. I have like no relics either. Look at this. 5 million relics, me having nothing. Didn't take like any trials because I was like, well, I feel pretty decent, but all right. How'd the person lose on ring 4? Draft infusion. I mean, this is the thing. So I guess they see the combustible wax on ring 4 then. That's a really good high roll in my opinion. Seeing that on ring 4 changes the landscape of this run a lot in my opinion. Blazing Bolts, I don't know why you would pick that. That's not great. This card's not terrible, but it's so inconsistent is the problem, right? It's bad because on the Divinity there are 6 targets and you're trying to hit 2 of them. Right? Most waves are 5 wide that have small units you're aiming for, and you also have the Divinity, so it's just so inconsistent. It's a good card earlier on. I mean, this is slamming for what, 160, which is not terrible for one. That's okay, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think I go in on that personally. They took the Baron as well. So this is a Gorge in... Okay, well, here's your first mistake. Literally never pick Gorge Penumbra in Ring 1. They must have pivoted into Architect on Ring 4, realizing that this was bad, even though they had the Fossilized Fangs. I straight up, by the way, with the way this rolls out, I'm pretty sure there is just like Ring 2 Fossilized Fangs, high roll into Penumbra. There's a Winged Technology on Ring 8. You just 100% lean on Glutton and Cruise. There's also a Trample Stone in here. The run plays itself, but the problem with Glutton is you can't count on those things existing, right? So if you want to, as a viewer, play this run and go, haha, watch me Glutton, sure, go for it. It's going to win. I mean, if you play it right, it wins, but it relies on finding things like Furnace Tap, finding things like Trample Stone, finding things like Shroud Spike, all 3 of which are available in this run, as well as Winged Technology. This run happens to have it all. And it also has the thing that makes me want to take it, which is Fossilized Fangs. Because this means that you could do Glutton 2 and then pivot to Monstrous 1 if you miss on all of the other stuff. Gives you that option. So this super wins if you go all in on Glutton. It's fun. Try it sometime. It's a good run for it. But it's not something you can gamble a win streak on, in my opinion. It's just not consistent enough. Let's see. So they kind of did take this Baron as tank. It's really interesting. I don't think we necessarily need that from this point. You saw my Ring 4 was a little bizarre. Maybe this is because I'm a little more aware of what I'm looking for here, but I don't know. My Ring 3 was bizarre too. This is a bizarre run, actually. I think I had to do some jank stuff to win combats, and I saw the lines and made it work, but it's a little strange. Maybe that's hard to play. Maybe it's easier if you just grab the Baron and accept this as a tank. Maybe so. I think it does work to just give this guy multi-strike tank, and then with combustible wax, you don't even have to worry about stuff. I won without combustible wax. Look at me. Behold my strength. Here I am. I think, honestly, the void binding and just go all in at some point was kind of a fun little tweak on this. This is something that's happened a few times to me recently that's been enjoyable, is the I don't have perils of production, yet I EMBERDRAIN anyway. So that's probably the name of the episode. No perils, yet I EMBERDRAIN. It's a super weird one, but that seems fun. Someone will look at that and go, all right, bud. But yeah, I think this is straightforward. I think we played this about as well as I could imagine. I can see taking the draft and hard pivoting, but like straight up here, so with everything said, on Ring 3, you have an intrinsic in a shop, which I think it does get you your burnout 1 guy to live, so that makes some sense. I think you can make it work, but yeah, I think you can. I can see the reasoning that makes sense there. So, all right, fair enough. Well, that's Monster Train. I didn't have the coolest score, but I did have a win, and that is what matters to me. So, I'm going to let you go there. I think that we've kind of covered this to the best of our ability. I think I've talked about the other person's runs. And yeah, so there we go. 62 wins in the series. Incredible news. Go team. So yeah, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks. This is a bit of a long one, huh?